Morning, everybody. This is Friday, and this is a good day to take a minute and make sure you have several ways to receive weather alerts. Several ways. I recommend three. Why? Because, well, it's spring in Missouri. But more specifically, it's time to be serious about tomorrow night, Saturday night into Sunday. I think we're looking at an overnight severe weather event with high probability for damaging storms, possibly supercells. Can't rule out a tornado or two. Very, very likely across all of our areas. So the concern, and I'm going to show you how, break it down, reduce anxiety as best as I can by showing you the data. But what I think happens is this sets up around midnight. So I don't know what your Saturday night plans are, but people are asleep at midnight. And this could push through all the way until 5, 6 a.m. Again, sleeping time. So I want to make sure that you have ways to be woken up. If you are looking at apps that you can download on the quick, you can do that. If you can't get a NOAA weather radio super fast, send me a message. I'll check messages today as I can, and I'll help you try to find one that works. There are several ways that you can receive weather alerts. I think that will be necessary. It's just that overnight potential. So let's look at today first. I see a decent day, 73, 74 across the area, 70 in Fort Scott, 71 down in Nevada. No complaints there. Don't you like how I try to pick out what you'll complain about today? It's the wind. Definitely. I see wind gusts over in Kansas up to 40. I see West Central Missouri again, 37, 39 miles per hour. In terms of fire weather today, well, the relative humidity is high. But these are winds out of the southwest still. So we have some factors going for us. Others, not so much. Let's talk about temperatures real quick before we get into the storm setup. So I'm looking for, like I said today, mid 70s. Tomorrow, we peak out at almost 80 before this cold front. That is the problem. This cold front you're going to see in just a minute sets up and knocks us down to 62 for Sunday, 56 on Monday. 67. We bounce back a little bit next week for 71 on Wednesday. So pick a temperature that you like. So here we are Saturday. This slight risk area has moved significantly now to cover all of east central Kansas and just about out to Hutchinson. Again, this is the severe weather setup for Saturday night into Sunday. Let's put a little bit more specific timing on it. Unfortunately, got to bring this up. Tornado probability. This is a huge area. I think it's going to be a little bit more along the south, southeastern, and portions of the southern parts of west central Missouri. That's kind of how the data looks today. But these are supercell potentials that are going to reach all the way up to I-70 and a little bit beyond. So tornado outlook. There it is. Severe hail is our predominant threat with these supercells. Again, I think you're going to see me talking about some of the southern portions of these risk areas as we get into the data here in just a second. And then as we move towards Sunday, this all tracks east. And so by Sunday morning, I think, traditional wake up time for most people, I think the slight risk is probably just starting to work well east of our area by that time. So let's go ahead and put a little bit of data together here for you to show you exactly why I am concerned. And it starts right here, this particular data set, and I'm going to show you a couple sets up about 11 o'clock on Saturday night. And you can just see it here. Let me make it so that you can. I'm really up and down I-35. You can just see this frontal boundary setting up. And this is possibly around midnight. We'd look for some showers, after 10 o'clock for sure. And so just sort of watch with me regionally. Here's about midnight. Here's 1 a.m. You can see storms probably cropping up along this frontal boundary as it starts to work slowly east. And so here we are. This is 2 a.m. once again. Here's my concern, guys, right? So here we are possibly moving towards 3, 4 a.m. before significant organization. We have strong supercell potential along these areas here to our south. So I am seeing areas in Kansas, Fredonia, Independence, Parsons, over towards Pittsburgh, Humboldt, Fort Scott, coming into Nevada around 5 a.m. So this is my concern area. I'm concerned with the whole area. And this is what we're possibly facing around the 5 a.m. hour. This particular model, and I will show you a different one here in just a second, I am actually concerned all the way up through approximately Marshall, they're just north and east of I-70, that this line could continue and populate storms up that direction as well. So like I say, we just kind of have to take everything into account. Let me show you what I mean. Just one quick example here of what may be a little bit more likely scenario would look possibly like this. Here is back to Saturday night, midnight, Sunday morning, midnight, and along I-35. So you can see, more likely, this is a little bit more optimistic model, but it definitely gives us the potential for multicellular organization. And then we're going to move across. You can see anything is possible. So I'm watching this entire area. Again, those supercell issues, I'm looking down south, Kansas coming into west central Missouri. So that is the setup that I have before us right now. Like I say, one more time, can't say it enough. Good day today to see if you can get together several ways to receive weather alerts, I think, after 10 p.m. for sure, but definitely between midnight and 6 a.m. Saturday night over into Sunday morning. I will continue to update you here and cover the weather as we go along. In the meantime,